Yeah, and welcome to whatever papastache channel you're seeing this on right now. I thought it was so important and I had so much fun doing this. I'm throwing them up on all my channels because I want everybody to know who this guy is. And who am I talking about? It is the LA Session Monster, Tim Pierce. He's been on hundreds of tracks. He's literally the guy people call when they need awesome guitar parts, overdubs, just anything to enhance a song and make it sound like a radio hit. This guy is magic, and you've got to see him in action. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my songs up there in this first video and have him just break it apart, add parts, do that whole bit so you can see what goes on in the studios when a professional brings in a song. Not that I'm professional, but you know. This is how it's done, and this is how the magic is created. So sign up for his channel down below. It is full of awesome stuff. He's going to start posting a bunch of stuff on there, so make sure you avail yourself of this. He's one of the first guys to just release some of this sacred knowledge, so you guys got to check it out. I highly recommend it. So let's check out the first video. Yeah, all right, so we are here with one of my heroes, and you might have seen Marty and I up here about a month ago, and if you don't know who this is Tim Pierce. He is a LA Session legend. He's the man, and if you hear pop music or any of that stuff, chances are you're hearing him all the time. Now, what we're going to do today is I'm going to bare my soul and put up a track that me and my friend are working on just for fun, but you know, who knows, maybe it'll be available at some point, and see what somebody like Tim would do on a track like this, and then also offer advice or critical advice like, hey, I wouldn't do that here, or try this kind of a feel. So we're basically like going to school and presenting a project to your professor and seeing what happens. And then he's also going to create things on the fly so you can see what these guys do who really make the songs and music happen. So let's check it out.
Okay, so I'm going to be engineering and playing at the same time, so that'll be a like one-man band kind of thing, which a lot of the times, most of the time, I have an engineer sitting there, so he frees me from the obligation of running Pro Tools. But because I have Pro Tools in front of me, I can actually do it, and I will do it myself, attempt to do it myself. I really like the song. It's a rock song. There's a guitar on the left and the right. Am I correct about that? Yeah, so you got that covered. You got the you know, Joe Perry, Brad Whitford zone covered with one guy on each side of the stage playing the guitar parts, which is the greatest thing to do in the song. So what I did, I listened to the song, I did a takedown, which we all do. You do a takedown in one, usually you can get it done in one take at the song. It's simple enough, and so I wrote down the chords, verse, well, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, re-intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus. There's a bridge, there's a solo, and then the out chorus. Did a couple of locations, but what I try and do when I hear a song, the chorus is the part that needs to pay off. So I really try and find a part or two that makes the chorus lift, or blossom, or get wide and get big. So I'm just going to take us right to the pre-chorus, and I got a sound up. I don't even know if it's the right sound, but I put up something. I'm just going to try a chorus part or two and see if I can make this thing open up. Turn it up. So it's really simple. I actually I rolled the dice and I did pretty well just with my first idea. I'm going to try it at the right volume now. Take the money and run before the passes you by. We will change your place. Slow down, look around you. Get what you got. Take it easy, take it slowly. Let's get things going. You treat your... So that part is not meant to be that loud, but I had to hear it that loud to execute it. It's meant to be under the vocal. Every part is meant to, you know, enhance the song. I'm going to pan it all the way to one side, so I can do a left and right thing. And I'm going to try another part on the other side and see if I can make it better. Go ahead, don't take the money, run before the passes you by. Change your way. So here's the left and right. I decided to go low and just be another rhythm player. So what you ended up, if I solo it. So now there are 4 guitar players on stage, but that's the illusion that we all, it's okay. I mean, the chorus. So the idea is just to do a couple of things. You know, it might be 2 high parts, but in this particular case, the rhythm part is kind of an offbeat rhythm part. You know, it's the downbeats 2, 3, 4, 1. Kind of classic, but it just kind of makes the track bounce a little more. You might be able to swing it a little more in your pocket and make it dance a little more, but I feel like I was able, just with that second rhythm part, to create something that kind of bounces. And I'll just play it one more time and show you what So these 2 ideas came to me immediately, which doesn't always happen. I was lucked out. The camera's on. I lucked out. But the origins of these 2 things, I mean, let's start with the rhythm part. The real thing I tried to do is, like, I look at guitars like, if you take a boxing ring and there are 4 corners in the boxing ring, let's say there are 4 boxers. Well, even if there's 2 boxers, everybody goes to the opposite corner. You want to go. Somebody goes low, you go high. Somebody plays dirty, you want to play clean. So that you stay out of the other musician's way, the other guitar part's way, so that it can breathe and it can live, and nothing ever loads up and gets piled on top of it. So my concept with this second rhythm part, which I'll show you. It comes in on beat 2 of every bar, and the idea is to let everybody else breathe and have their moment, but to do something that's offbeat that dances, and I'll clap and show you. So beat 1 comes in, and I come in on beat 2. So. Coming in on the offbeat, so that actually stays out of the way of the rest of the band in a way. And then the lead part, because it's kind of a skinny, wiry sound, and because it's up on the neck, like your rhythm parts are played down here. I'm going up into a higher inversion. Literally higher strings, higher places on the neck. So it's a good bet that this is going to stay out of the way. And it's an easy bet and one that's, you can win. So I'm on the top two strings, so I'm in a higher register on the guitar, and this is like pure Tom Petty. It's, you take that beautiful, the drone is one of the most satisfying things to do on the guitar, and it will be forever. This high E string droning by itself, and then just walking up on the next adjacent string, the pentatonic scale. But the origin of the idea is like stuff I've heard for years, and a lot of 80s rock, a lot of 90s rock, Tom Petty, Okay, so something good happened on the chorus. We're going to say yes to these two parts. Probably nothing else to do because you don't want to overload this. You're already pushing it doing 4 guitar parts. And the idea is for the listener not to really know there's 4 guitars, but to hear one big guitar that sounds great. It's really 4 guitar parts. I'll just play Okay, then the other thing I always try and do is find an interesting part in the second verse, because the first verse goes by with some simple stuff going on, and the second verse comes around, and a lot of my favorite records have always had an interesting new part that comes in the second verse. So I'll try something. You trade your time earning dollar bills. They spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you find nothing and you cure your ills. And you're left wondering why.
Let's just come up with that on the fly. Wow, dude, that's so awesome.
That's not really. I kind of cheated because that's just playing lead basically, and is that's kind of. But I was trying to actually compose something, that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's like you. It's like you go, okay, so I'm playing Chuck Berry over the A. I know this song is an A, and I'm playing Chuck Berry. The B section, I didn't really do much in the verse, but when the B section came around, or pre-chorus, the same thing. I did kind of, which is more droney stuff. It's just a different version of that. I'm playing the octave of the, I'm hitting the A note right here. The octave of the A up here. And creating something that rubs in a droney way over your chords. Because if I play something simple and the chords move underneath, it's always satisfying. I mean, that's always satisfying. It'll never not be. So your chords are traveling underneath. And then it came to a point, and when it landed back on the A, I just did kind of Chuck Berry. Okay, so in my mind, I'm going, oh shit, E chord coming. I know the E chord's coming because I wrote it down, and the E chord is your big, 5 chord before the chorus. So I'm going, okay, what am I gonna do? And I literally go up and just hit the E chord, and then to do something interesting, I go. Which is a chromatic, You can literally walk down from here pretty safely. And then you have to bail out. And then I probably went. I forgot what I did, but I landed on A. Let's just listen to it. They spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you find nothing and you cure your ills. And you're left wondering why. You get caught up in life for moving way too fast. Trying to get up right. Going up your road, in the moment it was good. It's not quite as good when I listen back to it. But in the moment, because we were going for something, it was good. Well, let me try again, and this is good because this is like, you know, that's another thing that happens. You get excited about something, you listen back, and you go, or the people in the room go, yeah, that's good, but I don't know if it's completely realized. So let me just try again. I'll save that in case we want to do something with it later.
Bills, they spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you found out that man can cure your ills, and you're left wondering why. You get caught up in life for moving way too fast towards the end of the line. Going up your road, take the right run from the passers by.
So that was better. That I could stand behind more. I mean, because it's your, you know, the thing that I thought in my head, and it's only because I've been doing this for so long. It's like I realized, okay, I'm really going, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But then I realized nobody's playing any arpeggios. You're going, you know, you're just doing the. So I'm thinking, okay, and I think this thought really quickly because I'm going, oh, what am I going to do?
And you're left wondering why.
The origin of this is it's open stringed arpeggio. So you're playing a C chord, so I play a C arpeggio to the D with a little folky kind of, you know, a little nine. You know. So here's the C, and then here when I hit the A, I decide to go 60s psychedelic. And that also gives you a little bit of a hook, you know. So it's like, you know, once again droning the low. I'm droning the low A note, hitting the octave, embedding that note, and that's, you know, that's something I've heard before. You know, it's like, and that's the Beatles. So we got an arpeggio. Okay, then I'm going, oh, E chord, what am I going to do? And then I just do arpeggio. I walk up, I get this is the third of the E chord. This is shaping the E chord. More drones. Now I'm droning the high E, the high B and the high E, and just walking up. Really the same thing I did on the chorus, same concept. Up the scale on one string and droning on an open string. And then wherever I ended. Oh, I think I only made it 2. And I hit a really definite A dyad up here to confidently announce the chorus, you know, to end the riff on the chorus. So the thing about this riff that makes it interesting is it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. So everybody in the band is playing 4, but I'm going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. And that kind of syncopation makes it more interesting. The other thing that makes it a little more interesting is when I do the C chord, I push into the D. Everybody's on the downbeat, and that kind of makes it adds that dance and that bounce that I kind of was looking for in the chorus too. I never never really did what I said I was going to do, which was play something interesting in the chorus. I mean, in the verse, I kind of let that go by, and part of that maybe is that there's nothing to be done in the verse except a lead fill halfway through. So the rules don't always apply. You try stuff out, and maybe this verse is better off not with the second part. That being said, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see if I can find the second verse part that I said I would find.
You trade your time earning dollar bills. They spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you found out the man can cure your ills. And you're left wondering why.
So I actually, that was a decent try, but I don't think it really helps the song. Let me just try a simpler version of that. See what's happening.
You trade your time earning dollar bills. They spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you found out the man can cure your ills. And you're left wondering why.
I just simplified it, and I think it's almost the same as the chorus part I played. I think the chorus part that I talked about so much was, you know, something like this. This is kind of the same thing, but I'm muting with my hand, making it small and plinky, using 2 strings. Taking the A chord and just the 5 and the 1 of the A on the G and D string, slide it up, following your G chord as it walks down. I still have a feeling the verse is best served by me staying out of it and just playing 1 lead fill in the middle, which I'll demonstrate that right now. Let me just...
Your time earning dollar bills. They spend your dollars trying to get more time. But you found out the man can cure your ills. And you're left wondering why.
That might be the best thing, you know, just to let the singer sing and answer the vocals. So
Yes! Was that not awesome? It was awesome for me. I had a good time and I had so much fun. I got it. People have to see this. And I was so stoked, and I want to thank Tim. He is amazing. Again, his stuff is down below. I'm also putting a song link down if you have any requests for songs you want. I got a bunch of stuff that people have been asking for a long time that I've kind of just... I got up the courage to attempt some of these awesome classics. So check out that link down below, the song request link for requests. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I got tons more coming with Tim. He was awesome, and he wants to help us all become better musicians. All right, catch you next time.